I'm having the time of my life, and I've never felt this way before.
And I swear.
I swear that it's... I don't know the words.
Hi. Welcome to Low Tide City.
Yeah.
I let Brush lead in, and I immediately regret it because I thought you were going to do something.
You know,
and
like
instead,
every other time I've ever led with you where I do the impression of you, I
always
thought...
suck at it, yeah.
I thought, okay, whoa. I thought this was a good time to spice it up.
Okay, but
I don't know.
Did you plan that, or did you just like, oh crap, I'm leading in, sing a song that came out like 30 years before I was born?
Do I have to answer that?
Welcome to Low Tide City.
Yeah. Welcome back to Low Tide City.
I am Pop Gun, joined by Brush. This is the Low Ink Power Hour, and it is, it is important that we're doing this set because we are now doing the wave pool rounds. And when the first, okay, this is the biggest LAN ever. We know that. I'm sure every commentator said that same thing. That means the format has to change. So Magic, I'm assuming, came up with the idea for this.
It was actually a lot of head mashing between us, between myself, Magic, and Siren.
So head mashing has come up with these different formats that we've had here. Now, when I saw the big, long paragraph listing off everything, the first thing I did was, well, I'm not playing, so I'm not reading this crap. Then, all of a sudden, I figured out I'm commentating it, so now I read through to figure out what exactly we're talking about.
So what have you learned?
So this is, we'll explain it in low ink terms.
Okay.
Top 24 is alpha bracket.
Yeah.
Fire pit bracket is beta bracket.
Sure.
Wave pool bracket is gamma bracket.
Yes, if your alpha bracket are people who could beat up DivX.
Well, okay.
I mean, it's crazy. I don't know. Like, I see these people play, and I get scared, and I don't even have to play against them. I just get to watch, and I feel like they're going to, like, crawl through their monitors and at me.
By the way, Chaotic Ink is playing Mystical Passion. I heard a ringing in my ear. Are we starting? I think we're starting.
I think we're going.
Okay.
What a crazy...
Hey, look, they're right there. Mystical Passion. With Pop Rocks, Emish with a question mark, a little bit questionable with the name they got going right there. And Mystical Passion Captain, that is more than 10 characters. There's no way they're splash tag matches right there. As we see a Hydra coming out here right off the bat. And ballpoint, so Splatling versus Splatling.
You know, Chaotic, I don't know if they've been on stream yet, but they are a new university team, and that's one of the things I always like to look for.
What university?
I don't know. It's a great question.
Well, then why did you drop that?
Because it's like, no, because I don't know. Because I want to compare our CCA friends to, like, the rest of the greater scene, and it's so hard to do that, except with times like this when we actually get to sit down and play together. So
Mystical Passion, possibly not representing any college right here, getting control of the zone early, getting a couple splats on top of it, got an Inkjet to work, dodging some of those Zuka shots as well as the game has gotten off to a Mystical Passion good start.
Hydra ready to move in and pop that special for the rest of the team. The triple suction bomb for Chaotic, forcing everyone on Mystical Passion back out. Two are going to go down with that Booyah bomb from the Hydra on the zone, and it's going to flip with 58 points. A decent lead here in the first minute.
Now, Brush, if I was running Hydra, I would like to have a very aggressive comp, and you kind of got that here. The NZAP kind of throwing their suction bombs along with everybody else. I'm sure that was coordinated. College kids are very good at coordinating things like that.
I mean, I feel like the dualies there is about as aggressive as you can get in this game, maybe shy of a skirmishery ink brush. So seeing how Chaotic is able to use those here, but the zone's going to flip back before that.
Nice inkjet play by Caleb, 333. As the zone goes into Mystical Passion's favor. Nice little back and forth here at Robo Ramen here in game one of Wave Pool round. Penalty points are gone as Caleb opts to retreat a little bit here, and a lot of specials falling onto the zone for Chaotic Ink, which means they're going to get it for free without getting any splats except for that in-zap.
I don't know. The zone struggling to get capped here. Two are going to go down for Chaotic. That forces this last player out, and Weebly is going to jump out, and 50 ticks now keep ticking for Mystical Passion as they continue their lockout out of nowhere. They're going to take the lead.
So Chaotic Ink was starting to push it, but Mystical Passion was just like, no, we're just going to back up here a little bit, let you think you're going to cap zone, then we're just going to unleash hell upon you.
So in a world between Chaos and Mystics, it looks like right now it's going to be another cap. and Chaotic can't find a way in. 10 ticks remaining.
That's when you cashed it back over to me when the set's about to end. Okay, game 1 going to Mystical Passion as you see them get a little bit excited there. Is that was that overalls that I saw on there? Were you looking at the monitor?
No, I was closing my eyes. Why were you? Because I felt bad. You called me out live on IPL Splatoon.
Yeah.
You know, I've spent so much, worked so hard to get here, and all I get for it is this pop gun making fun of me on broadcast.
You almost were going to hand the baton off to me, and instead of waiting to the right time to hand it, you like stayed before the turn and like chucked it at me. And what the heck you want me to do
But it
with
was a great throw.
Yeah, sure. I mean, it's going to be a long 2 hours, folks. Buckle in for this. By the way, Mystical Passion has a 60% favorite by the idiots in chat who gambled their channel points on this one. And yeah, this is the overalls I was talking about on the side of Mystical Passion. We're gonna talk about the drip here because we can actually see people live, and that's cool.
It's so fun.
It is fun.
It's really fun.
It is.
I've been enjoying the TO desk. It's been a lot of folks coming up and like getting to like do like a half socialize, half okay, now go to your station and play your game, please. I guess I've been on stream all weekend, huh? All day.
Oh yeah, there's the
You've
TO
been able
desk.
to see me in the little corner there.
And the God bless John Splatoon, whatever. Nobody's explained that to me, but it's been there all day. So I don't really know what that's about.
I think it's like the creator of Splatoon is Mr. Splatoon, and what's Mr. Splatoon's first name? It's John. Naturally.
That makes no sense either. Like,
I mean, it's John
Thank you.
Splatoon.
Okay, fair enough.
Our producer in our ear. It's John Splatoon, and I'm glad we get it.
Thank you, Doughboy, who you cannot see. And by the way, shout out to our spec cam operator, Claus, and it was confirmed to us that it's like Santa Claus. So, good job on game 1. We'll keep it up. We'll see
you
how.
have so many more. 2 hours of this.
Yeah, don't get comfortable yet. We got a lot more Splatoon action coming up. Rainmaker Manta Maria, Mystical Passion beat up on the college kids in game 1, trying to get the 2-0. Their little note about them says, we're all friends IRL before we started playing Splatoon and decided to give it a go together. Well, isn't that? Let's just see what happens.
You know, that means this is 2 teams of IRL people. Which is
they're all IRL
no,
people.
No, but like 2 teams of people who like met and then played this. Like instead of I'm gonna stop talking, we're playing Rainmaker on Manta Maria. The same comp coming out for Chaotic. Which again, the suction bombs here maybe makes a little bit of sense. Pop not gonna go in their favor. Mystical Passion's gonna be able to look for the first push here. 8
real, living, breathing human beings playing this game. Can you actually believe it? Drop roller on that Inkjet. By the way, as we see the, okay, this is the defensive side. I thought we were seeing a flanking Hydra. It was like, all right, let's go. But nice job defensively to shut down that push before they can get to the checkpoint. And now Chaotic Inc. should find a way to pop the Rainmaker and get control of it.
Chaotic's job here, paint up, find room, and pop some specials, but opting for a little bit of a different order. Gonna try to pop these specials first, looking for a pick, not gonna find any utility from Weebly's, oh my gosh, Zuka, the crab as well. So now just a dogfight leaves a 3v2 in mid. Booyah Bomb online for Chaotic. They're gonna be able to push forward here, but Dry Slasher's in the way is gonna hold that one back.
Good job of holding down that space, and I don't think Chaotic Inc. was aware of that there was just like rain being dropped down upon them from the bucket. But they're doing a good job defensively, both teams are, and as soon as I say that, with only 2 players up, they're going to find a way to clear that checkpoint. And the Hydra, okay, so defensively, you want to get your Splatlings up on the mast in this map, right? So
sure.
As long as your Hydra's up top here, Chaotic Inc. is going to have control of mid. So it's going to be up to the ballpoint with that Inkjet exclusively to kind of do it. But the problem is the Inkjet shots go through the grate, so it's hard to like get chase out the Hydra.
I mean, the difference between bunker though and bunker wall is nominal. I mean, that's an important difference because that's the difference between a sneaky push coming to the side. An Animalay with the Rainmaker there is going to go down with a full wipeout, but 19 ticks all the way through. It's a good place to be.
That is a home run push, and with 2 minutes left to go, now you just got to think, okay, well, let's get our Hydra up top there and just hold down mid. But you got to stop this counter push because you did get wiped out, so that leaves the mid into the favor of Mystical Passion. Now they're dropping like flies as well. This first checkpoint's going to fall for free, but a nice play by Weebly to at least take out the Rainmaker player to slow down this continuous push, because Mystical Passion, this is probably going to be their best opportunity to get lead right here. But then Inkzuka happened, so.
A Tri-Slosher versus a Zap. Zap's going to find that pick, and it's going to go down, but we're in a Splatoon 2 Rainmaker game here now, Popgun. No more checkpoints online.
And it's Manta, so.
And it's Manta, so it feels like it for sure. And if you know anything about Manta, it means that one faulty wipeout in an unfortunate spot can be the game.
Okay. This is the stalemate situation for Chaotink Ink. Just get your Hydra up top on that mask and you just win. Just keep them safe. Like, what are they going to do? They're going to Zuka and kill them. Okay, never mind. I say that just as but you got a Zuka as well on your own side that can help protect your Hydra. So they can stall this out. And on the map like this could be the right kind of situation, and that's exactly what's going to happen right now.
We're now, what, a minute into a part of this game, a stage of this game where no one really has full control from this back and forth, trying to just get comfortable enough to move. And with trades like that, that's going to keep happening. Oh, and the Hydra barely escaped with the ball point.
The Hydra is the one that picked up the Rainmaker, so they're opting to just kind of, like, this is what you don't want to do if you're Chaotink Ink. You don't want to overplay your hand. I mean, you don't want to just sit there for 2 minutes and just try to bleed out the clock. I get that, but you still want to be thinking about what is our end game here. It's going to be really hard for us to add to the lead when we already got 19 points, but you don't want to feed in. The worst thing you do is give them the man advantage. They got that right now. Somehow rolls away, but can they get the lead right here?
Oh my gosh!
Stops it.
What a stop there, just barely, but it's not over yet. Mystical Passion able to pop the Rainmaker, trying to find a way through. They can't find it. 50 seconds remain, but this push could be the whole end of the game. 3v3 here. The Tri-Slosher, someone grabs it, they find the lead, but no KO yet. The Tri-Slosher M pushes ahead, and there's the KO dunk.
You overplayed your hand if you're Chaotink Ink. You could have just bled that out, but having the Hydra pick up the Rainmaker, moving into position to where Mystical Passion can punish you for it, gave them the man advantage. That's where they got the first push off of, right? Because they got wiped out, scored 19, which is fine. You want to get that many points, get wiped out for it, cool. You don't want to get wiped out when the Rainmaker's in mid and they don't have a checkpoint to go through. A little bit of a misplay by Chaotink Ink, but it's up to Mystical Passion to punish it, which they did.
Yeah, I mean, what we saw there, and what you called out, right, in that back and forth of it being trying to play passive, you can play passive with the objective without playing passive positionally, and sort of getting to what I like to call like a Splat Zone's lockout position, when Splat Zone's Manta, when that was a map we played all the time. Being able to push up, hold that bunker, really lock out mid is going to buy you the space and time you need, and we just didn't see that there.
Game 3, tower control Hagglefish. You got a little hyped right there during that game.
I did. It's been a long time since I've gotten that hype.
This is the first and final wave pool round in the history of planet Earth, so it does deserve that kind of. And it was an exciting. It was a little exciting play. It looked like Mystical Passion wasn't going to do it, but I think. Once the floodgates start opening in Rainmaker, it's really hard to close them.
Right.
So Mystical Passion looking for the sweep, if they can land it right here. Tower control Hagglefish. What do you think about that?
That was your baton handoff?
This is going to be
what is wrong with you?
This is going to be a bad 2 hours.
We've been working together for so long.
And it's been, you think it's been better than this?
Yes!
No, it's
every low ink we do is better than this.
I think the idiots in chat might disagree with you on that one. Hydra coming back out yet again for tower control. So pretty much the same comps that we got from both teams. Double Soda, by the way, coming out from Mystical Passion. Making sure that they got those Ink Jets and Zukas ready to go and constantly hydrated.
First person to be able to push past this tower here and get paint down is going to be able to decide the pace of this game, because like we saw in the middle of that Rainmaker game, the passiveness back and forth is something these two teams aren't unfamiliar with. It's going to be who can break through first. Specials coming out for Mystical Passion, not able to find utility, and actually having one down opens the door for Chaotink, but a nice splat on Weebly is going to buy a little bit more time for Mystical Passion.
Now you need to start pushing up. That Hydra on the canopy, I don't really care if everybody else is dead. You can start poking that from different angles, maybe wait out the Booyah Bomb. But Mystical Passion had a little bit of a window to start pushing up the bit, opted not to take it. Instead, Chaotink Ink able to jump right back in and get control of things.
Crab online looking to find some space, and they're going to take a 2-point lead here before having to be backed right back up. A dangerous tower ride from Mystical Passion's going to go straight into the face, though all juiced up are both teams. So these, I mean, the utility of life here a little bit more elastic, we'll say.
Okay, so I'm looking at the comps that we got right here, and I'm alluded to the double soda. I don't really see I don't know. Like there's argument for soda being so good that maybe you want to have 2 of it, but it almost feels like it's a little bit overkill, because then it's like, okay, well then that's one more other different special that you can't have, and now you're just kind of stuck with Inkjet and Inkjet and Zuka that you need to work with. But they do have a lot of slaying power, though. I will say that, and that's really what Mystical Passion is going to have to work with here if they want to continue this push.
I think that's a great point. Is that most specials in this game, it's about displacement. You can displace by getting a pick. You can displace with space, and if you can just have a Slayer go off and feel a little bit safer doing so, the juice is going to pay off. But you need to find those picks with your main weapon if you're relying on juice.
And now Chaotic Ink's going to have a lot of opportunities to get some splats here. Saved the first check. Well, no, they saved the second checkpoint. The first one, a little bit annoying to get across, but Chaotic Ink's going to take their first stab at it right here. A lot of players on top of the tower right now, making sure they're going to. Okay, so the benefit of that is they're going to mow down this first checkpoint because it goes faster the more players you have on top of it. The question is, can they get the lead right here? And the answer, Brush, is
yes.
Nicely done.
Yeah, I really teed that one up for me. I mean, with that many players pushing through tower and the feed in for it, not being able to sit back, hold the top areas and throw bombs, if you're wasting your life, you're gonna get steamrolled down. And now the third checkpoint is at risk as Chaotic tries to take the first game in the set.
Okay, I was just about to say, if that Inkjet doesn't work, okay, then what's your plan B? Because you don't really have one. Because again, you can't just throw soda cans at them. Like, that's not going to stop them on the tower. But the Inkjet player doing a nice job of mowing them down, keeping Mystical Passion in this game, and it might get a couple of splats on top of it here as well. JK, the Hydra player, is going to at least force them to activate their special a bit earlier than they want.
But activate the special was going to work out here. 3 go down. The displacement of that Inkjet forced into other players, but an unfortunate Booyah Bomb is going to cost 2 lives on Mystical Passion, and they're pushing forward with no one ahead of them.
Yeah, and no Inkjet ready to go now. And that Booyah Bomb was able to wait out the Inkjet and kill the player that was jumping right in there. So nicely done defensively for Chaotic Ink as they still hold serve on that second checkpoint. That Hydra has just made a living up top on that little canopy area right there. Getting a little bit too comfortable, if I'm being honest.
Is there somewhere you'd rather be positionally as that Hydra? I mean, it's a dominant spot.
Well, I mean, that's the point. Mystical Passion has like soda, or like Fizzy Bomb, and well, maybe that's it. But a couple of specials that can at least just like try to displace it.
Sure.
But they're having difficulties doing that. The Hydra, of course, we're going to be hyping up a Hydra player. I understand that. My bad, but still. They're doing a good job defensively here.
And another push from Chaotic as they're not going to make the same mistake we saw before and get comfortable with their lead, pushing forward here with that tower with 35 seconds to go. It will flip back, and look at this. The Hydra player knows back up and allow them to take space, and we'll keep our lives. And the Crab going to be a nice way to keep that tower, keep some aggression moving safely, but they're going to go down as I say that, and the tides may be turning here.
Yeah, killing that Hydra is going to be the only thing that Mystical Passion can save them in this point. Because they had the GG Booyah Bomb. Look, they're 50 ticks away from getting it back. And now back into this position right here. If you get that Booyah Bomb, this game is over at that point. But maybe it's not even going to be necessary because now Pop Rocks has to overcommit to dealing with the Hydra, pulling them away from the tower. But as soon as I say that, everybody jumps back in. So maybe that soda is benefiting them right now, and it's just the Hydra being left alive yet again, uses that Booyah Bomb and gets eliminated. Hold on here, Brush. Mystical Passion.
Whoa!
Oh, what
happened?
Somebody slipped
What?
In. What happened?
Where were they?
They got wiped, didn't they?
There was 3 down. I thought it was delayed wipe. It wasn't. They must have been sharking right under that little canopy the whole time. The second that Inkjet went up, there was no one there. The Inkjet sold themselves.
Oh, wow.
Whoa.
Chaotic Ink, you slippery devils, you able to hold on. Because that was looking really scary right there.
Chaos,
they killed the Hydra twice.
Right.
They got rid of the Booyah Bomb, so they weren't even going to have to worry about that going forward.
But that explains why it looked like they were getting dominated so hard. They were playing a 3v4 as our friend sharked under the tower. Like, I mean, we take those. If I'm chaotic, I'm like, okay, that's my little secret talent. Put that in my 2 truths and a lie.
Live on in the game for us. Don't let our sacrifice be in vain. And by the way, the double stutter really came into favor right there because there was a lot of splatting going on the side of Chaotic Inc. and it didn't matter because they kept just jumping right back in.
Right,
and again, Miro on the Hydra. So many times where they were in like a 2v4 situation or like a 1v3 and they would mow down the other players. This eliminating Inkjets, keeping players from starting to push up. You got to deal with that if you're Mystical Passion. You got to come up with something here. And Game 4 is going to be at Clemblitz, Barnacle, and Dime, so maybe not the best Hydra map, but we can see how it works out.
Hey, how does this one work?
How does what work?
Clemblitz.
Clemblitz. What, you want me to like explain it like the audience doesn't know what this is?
No, I just think like I don't know what it is. It's
okay,
been a minute.
The best way I come up with is it's a snowball fight. And
whoa!
So the more the snowball, the clams are snowballs, and the more you gather, the bigger of a snowball you get, and then you could throw it at the enemy fort.
I always just say it's like bad soccer.
But that doesn't make any sense at all.
Soccer with like points and a lot of balls?
Okay, so people will say, oh, it's like football because the power clam looks like a football, and it's like, have you never seen a game of football in your life?
Most of this community, I'm not sure. We might not have.
Regardless, have you seen what we're used to seeing is Izuka that has been able to keep Chaotic Ink in this one as we had a little bit of a scrap for mid. That is not a dead Inkjet because they should still have drop roller.
A 4v3 now, a pick coming out for Chaotic. A specials go flying across the map, though no pick coming out there from that Trizuka is going to leave to back in a neutral back and forth mid. But a big pick there from that Zap player, or sorry, a splatter shot's going to mean that Chimney guy able to push forward a little bit more. The map slowly turning purple, and you need to get that ballpoint set up if you want to start going.
Yeah, you want to get to that Inkjet, which they do have ready to go. And, the problem with let's just let our anchor player hold on to the power cut. Like, okay, cool, but then like the element of surprise, which Hydra kind of needs to have to be viable, is completely gone because there's this a giant beacon that shows it away. But still, doing a good job of keeping the basket safe because Mystical Passion's had control of mid for a good chunk of time now.
When was the last time you saw a Clams game with no Kraken?
Pretty much all day today.
Okay, moving forward here, Mystical Passion.
10 minutes ago? I mean, when's the last time you saw a Clams game? When's the last time you saw a Clams game, period?
When was the last time I saw a game of Splatoon before this weekend?
When's the last time you turned on your Switch?
4 months ago?
Well, Mystical Passion has more passion in this game right now as they start to push up. 2 players down on Chaotic Inc. But, man, okay, they're doing a good job of making sure nobody pops the basket, but it seems like you're just delaying the inevitable because Mystical Passion has so much map control, or at least they did, because now the ballpoint's the last player left alive.
But Respawn's coming out, and because it's, I think, like a delayed wipe on both sides, we're just looking at the beginning of the game again as folks try to get some paint down, find their specials, and find a way in. Backing up there from a scary Inkjet. They're going to go down now. A 3v3 as a Tri-Slosher is going to bite it on the other end. And again, just a dogfight in mid here. We've got 2 minutes left, and we got no points on the scoreboard.
Splatted Chimney guy. How about that? Is Weebly trying to push up here? Chaotic Inc. finally in an opportunity to where they're in the enemy side of the map. In the, the ballpoint says I'm not really too keen on that, so I'm just going to shut that down right now. And the Hydra, okay, so the Hydra player, you can tell they're trying to find ways to engage offensively, but you also have it in the back of your mind, it's like, okay, we lose one more time, we're done with this set. So I need to make sure above everything else that we don't let them score. But again, like you're just kind of waiting for Mystical Passion to get a lead here.
1 pick, 2 pick opens the door for Mystical Passion. 1:30 left on the scoreboard. Only the Hydra down for Chaotic. That's going to mean specials coming online, trying to play defensively, finding 2 there. That's going to be a trade for the second. Now a 3v1 on the other end forces Mystical Passion to back all the way back up. Chaotic needs to find a way into mid, find these clamps, find these specials, and if they can get 1 good push, we're at the point in this game, Popgun, where that is it.
If 1 good push, how about somebody just pop the basket? Like, that would be probably GG at this point because both teams are really struggling. Okay, now, Chaotic Ink, this is like their second time starting to knock on the door of Mystical Passion, but now they got to survive the Inkjet. Oh, that Inkjet flies a little too close to the sun as Caleb 33 gets eliminated right now. But, okay, they got the position, but have absolutely zero clams. So they're like, okay, well, now what do we do? So, like, are we going to... We're looking at an 8-minute game possibility right here.
And as a TO, I'm angry, but as a commentator, I'm a little bit excited, Popgun. Looking to make something happen here are the Dapple Doolies. They're going to go down with this splatter shot. That opens the door for Mystical Passion one more time. 30 seconds down with one player online for Chaotic. It's just the Hydra. They're forced to jump out. Clams flying everywhere. No bomb being made. And with, oh my gosh, two go down. Chaotic holds on for another minute, but a pig there comes out. That's going to mean that another opportunity. But there's the ball. 10 seconds remain, and the basket's open. Clans points are being scored, and Chaotic needs an overtime push if they want any shot of staying in this game.
Okay, finally getting a few more points. And because they didn't have a power clam, and the game was tied the entire time, there is no overtime.
They don't get the pity ball as an overtime?
Because they never had lead. If they stole lead from them in that push, they would have gotten an overtime. But the game was tied the entire time. That was the only score. So they didn't have a power claim, no overtime. GG.
What?
Yeah. Yeah.
What?
Now, if you're somebody who's like not used to watching Splatoon and you just saw that last 30 seconds, I don't know how to explain that to you. I don't know why the Hydra jumped out, but it seemed to work until it didn't. I don't know. Well, the Hydra was a little bit out of position. That's why they jumped out. But still, like...
Remember when I asked you what was clams?
That was a snowball fight, if I ever saw one. That was a big old snowball fight in a shopping mall, I believe is what Barnacle and Dime is. But
sure.
Good action. Look, a good 3-1 set. Congratulations to them. And I'm assuming the person who's not showing the sign to the camera is the, okay, almost rotating it. Oh, now it's upside down, so we're not going to see it. But it's the COD Bless Splatoon or something like that. John Splatoon.
Get it right.
Yes.
Yeah.
There we go.
Yeah. Put some honor on that.
I should. I'm sorry. But there we go. That's wave pool, baby.
That's big.
That's wave pool.
That's huge.
Nice.
We do have a lot more.
We do. Chaotic Ink, by the way, they're fun.
Chaotink.
Chaotink. Did I call him Chaotic Ink the entire time?
Set.
Well, why didn't you say something?
Because I was like waiting to have an opportunity, but every time you said Chaotic,
you were just going to let me mispronounce their name.
Happened.
You could have said, oh yes. So
I said Chaotink every time.
Well, I was hoping you would
to you. That's so crazy, and I don't appreciate it.
Del Point, come on. What? So there we go. I mean, there it is.
Can I feel? Is that? Oh, those are nice.
Yeah,
that's nice.
Thank you.
Yeah. You go to the gym?
I do actually.
Yeah.
Thank you for noticing. I also apparently shave, which is a thing now. There we go. This is a.
I hope this was a Twitch chat thing. I hope they were like, that guy looks like OxyClean.
That guy, yeah.
That one, we've never seen him before on an IPL broadcast.
I don't know what Mr. Clean sounds like. Does Mr. Clean even talk?
No, it's that one British guy or Australian guy who does the voiceover.
Really?
Gets the tough stains out.
I don't know about that.
OxyClean.
I don't think Mr. Clean says anything.
OxyClean. No, that's not Mr. Clean. It's just like the
OxyClean. This isn't OxyClean. Do you know what Mr. Clean is?
That's not OxyClean?
No.
What is this?
OxyClean is like Billy Mays.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah, this is not Billy Mays.
No, I know that. But Billy Mays sells OxyClean, right?
Yeah, did, yes. He passed away.
What?
Yeah.
When?
Oh my gosh. By the way, before I was rudely interrupted by both you and the production team, by the way, there's hi. Also, is that the trash can audio that we're hearing right now?
I don't have it. This is great.
Okay, no, it's
I'm
just
clean.
Me. It's just me.
Great.
Hi.
You need some OxyClean.
I do. My career is trying to be sabotaged, but I'm a professional.
Oh, good. Hey, guys, what's going on? Oh. Whoa. Where
Okay,
are
that
we?
was the trash can.
Do we have some flanger on that? Do I hear a little? Dill was nodding. That's crazy. That's great. What a good day.
Chaotink.
Chaotic.
Fun fact says we actually are a brand new university Splatoon team. Debut beginning in January. We're still new to comp.
UT Houston.
How did you know that?
Jubb said it a while ago and you ignored them.
Oh, okay.